Today, you're connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Friday, December 23rd. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak every weekday at 7 a.m. You can watch at djournal.com on Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to take a quick look now at news, sports, and weather in Northeast Mississippi on this Friday. Let's start with the weather underground forecast. For today, partly cloudy skies with a high of 60 degrees, low of 52. 3-day outlook. Saturday, rain is possible with a high of 66, a low of 53. The chance of rain is 50%. Sunday, partly cloudy, high of 71, low of 60, 10% chance of rain. Monday, rain is possible, high of 72, low of 52, 30% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com. A temporary agreement has been reached between United Healthcare and North Mississippi Health Services. Thanks to the accord, more than 50,000 policyholders can continue to receive medical care at Tupelo-based North Mississippi Medical Center and its affiliates. Mississippi Insurance Commissioner Mike Cheney announced the agreement Thursday. Now, back in October, NMHS officials announced that they were ending the provider participation agreement with United Healthcare because they said the national health insurer was not reimbursing the hospital at a fair rate. Cheney said NMHS has agreed to not charge UHC policyholders at a higher rate because the hospital does not believe it has gotten fair payment from the insurance company. Now, this agreement lasts until May 31st as the two sides continue to negotiate. The current agreement between the two was set to end Monday. The medical facilities that would be affected if no agreement is reached next year include not only the Tupelo Hospital, but also the NMHS community hospitals in Pontotoc, Iuka, West Point, Eupora, and Hamilton, Alabama, as well as North Mississippi Medical Clinic Systems and any physicians employed by NMHS. The man charged in the burning of an African-American church that was spray-painted with the words "Vote Trump" has a criminal history in Lee County. Andrew McClinton of Leland has been charged with first-degree arson in the burning and vandalizing of Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church in Greenville on November 1st. Federal investigators say he is a career criminal and he was still on probation with the Mississippi Department of Corrections as recently as February of this year. Between 1994 and 2004, McClinton pleaded guilty to 5 separate felony charges in Lee County Circuit Court. He was sentenced to a total of 52 years in prison on the Lee County charges, but served only 15. The Rolling Fork native pleaded guilty to burglary in June 1994, and the next year he and 2 others were charged with stealing furniture. In 1996, McClinton was accused of hitting a man in the face during an attempted robbery at the All-American Inn. In May 1997, McClinton pleaded guilty to attempted robbery and 2 counts of burglary of a vehicle. And in January 2004, he pleaded guilty to armed robbery after holding up a clerk at knife point. Officials have not revealed a possible motive in the church arson. McClinton is a member of that church. 1 year ago today, an EF3 tornado tore through Holly Springs and the surrounding area. Mayor Kelvin Buck remembers it like it was yesterday, and he said it started off like a normal day, but it was unusually warm, so he and his staff went over their tornado reaction plan. And when the sirens went off around 4 p.m., officials headed to the basement of City Hall. About 30 minutes later, they emerged and started assessing the damage in the Marshall County seat. The tornado ripped up trees, snapped about 400 utility poles, and knocked down approximately 30 miles of power lines. Buck said it looked like a bomb had gone off, but the community pulled together to help those most affected. Most of the debris was removed from roads and roadsides within a few months, although fallen trees are still a problem in some areas, especially on private land. And the city still has not been reimbursed for some cleanup expenses because of bureaucratic red tape. The tornado began south of Clarksdale and also wreaked havoc in Benton County, where 6 people died, and Tippah County, where 1 person was killed. 2 people died in Marshall County. And in sports, Saltillo's basketball team is looking to return to form with the return of a key player. The Tigers are just 5-7 on the season, but point guard Julian Warren is set to make his debut after recovering from a torn meniscus he suffered during football season. Warren, a junior, is expected to be on the court Tuesday when Saltillo takes on McNairy Central. Head coach Craig Lauderdale has led Saltillo to 20-plus wins in each of the last 2 years, and last season saw the Tigers reach the state tournament. He said that with Warren back on the practice court, there's a different energy in the gym. Warren is not only the primary ball handler, he's the team's best lockdown defender. His presence will allow other players to do what they do best, including juniors Javen Humphrey and Isaiah Hardy. Humphrey scored 17 points and Hardy had 16 in Saltillo's recent win against Smithville. That's it for Newsbreak on this Friday. We do want to remind you to check out the Memo podcast, all things Northeast Mississippi, with myself and W. Derek Russell. 3 days a week. You can catch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's free in iTunes. Your podcast apps are at memo.djournal.com. Be sure to check out Thursday's episode of The Memo. We had Scott Morris on to give us his review of the latest Star Wars movie. Derek Russell previewed Shrimpfest. Dennis Sid came on to talk about holiday shopping and the Tupelo High School Band's impending trip to Washington, D.C. for the presidential inauguration. And also Emma Kent talked about Tupelo High School's graduation rates. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your Daily Journal and at djournal.com. Follow us on Twitter at djournalnow and like our Facebook page as well. A programming note, there will be no Newsbreak next Monday and Tuesday, so the next episode will be on Wednesday due to the holidays. So until then, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I'm Brad Locke. Have a good one.